Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale and thanks to Guiding Stars for sponsoring this video. Guiding Stars is a really cool program. I'm pretty certain some of you have already come across it in your local grocery store, and I'm here to tell you all about it. It is an easy way to help you make more nutritious choices when you are doing your grocery shopping, which is always so helpful. All you have to look for is a little icon on the shelf. It should be right underneath the item, and if it's not underneath the item on the actual like pricing tab, you can actually also find them sometimes on the actual container or the box of whatever you're searching for. You're looking for the little icon that has stars on them. 1 star means that the product is good nutrition. 2 stars means that the product has better nutrition, and then the 3 stars means that it is the best, most nutritional choice you can make when you are grocery shopping. So it's a really wonderful way to help you navigate when you are looking to make more nutritious choices. I'm going to take you to the grocery store with me because I did a little bit of shopping today for this recipe, obviously, and I want to show you exactly what it looks like on the shelves so that you can see it's a really easy thing to spot, and it's actually quite fun if you take the kids with you. It's kind of like a little grocery store scavenger hunt. It's really lovely. It's easy, and I'm thrilled to be sharing this with you. So let's go to the grocery store so I can show you what it looks like, and then we cook. So for this recipe, I'm gonna need some pasta. The icon's really easy to spot if you're just looking at whatever you're searching for, right? Just look over here. You see how there's a little icon here with stars? There's 2 stars here, which means this is a better choice than some others. I need some shells. So I'm gonna pick up some shells, but really it's super easy to spot. Remember, 1 is good, 2 is better, and 3 is best. And it's really easy to make that choice as you're sort of going down the whole aisle. I do need some diced tomatoes, 3 stars, love that. This is really good passata. I can see that it has 2 stars, and even though I don't need it for this recipe, I'm just gonna pick some up. All right, so now we get cooking. I didn't mention what today's recipe was yet, but it is going to be a really delicious 1-pan turkey sauce, ricotta, shells that it's going to be phenomenal. It's great. It's a great family recipe. Kids love it, especially now that everybody's back to school. Everyone's got activities. You need really easy, foolproof recipes to keep in your back pocket when you come home from soccer, whatever, and you need to cook something really simple and really quick that everybody loves. So I've got my ground turkey. You can also use beef if you want to. You can use ground chicken if you want to, whatever your heart desires. We've got ground turkey. You need parm, onion, garlic. You've got your shells, some diced tomato. In here, I've got a little bit of chicken bouillon. You can also just use regular chicken stock and some Italian seasoning. You're gonna need some tomato paste. You'll need some water, or like I said, chicken stock, olive oil, a little bit of salt, ricotta. It's gonna be fantastic. I'm getting my pan nice and hot. Make sure you're using a pan big enough to hold everything in because like I said, it's a 1 pan, so the pasta is gonna be cooking in the sauce and it's gonna be just phenomenal. I also want to mention, I hope that when you saw the footage from the grocery store, that it really sort of brought home the fact that it is such an easy program. Guiding Stars is such an easy program to navigate when you are looking to make more nutritious choices while shopping. If some of the items you're looking for doesn't have the Guiding Stars little logo on there, it just means that it hasn't met the threshold for health, basically, for nutrition. So that's the reason why. So far, I do know that about 1/3 of the ingredients in the grocery stores have actually met that threshold. So it's nice. I mean, when you're looking at different things, it helps you make better choices. So if you're choosing, say, between peanut butters and one has 1 star and one has 3, you may just want to pick up the one that has 3 stars because you know, nutrition-wise, it's going to be the best for you. So I'm just going to go ahead and cook my turkey until it's about halfway cooked through. In the meantime, all I'm going to do is cut this onion in half because I'm going to grate the onion, I'm going to grate the garlic, I'm going to grate the parm, and I'm going to add it to the turkey to really add so much flavor in such an easy way. It's going to be fantastic. Think of this recipe like lasagna or baked ziti or anything like that, but without all the work in a really, really easy way. Now, the cool thing about this program is that it is backed by science, which I love. And say, for example, there's an item that you use often or you use daily and you want to see whether or not it meets that criteria to be in the program, you can just go on their Food Finder app, take a few pictures of the product, insert it in there, send it in, and then they'll put it on a list to be evaluated to see whether or not it meets their standards. So it's really cool. I mean, very, very, very interesting stuff. You know, if this sounds really interesting to you, you want to learn more about it, get more recipes, check out their Food Finder app to see what other ingredients are a part of the program. You can just check out the link down in my description. It'll take you there and it'll tell you everything you want to know. This is looking perfect. It's just about halfway cooked through, which is what I want. I have almost half of my onion completely grated. I'm using the more coarse microplane here, zester. And what this is going to do is basically have everything just melt so beautifully into the sauce and the broth and everything. It's just phenomenal. It's just going to give you a ton of flavor without a ton of time for it to cook down, which, as you know, that's always important when you're having a really busy day and you want to put together a really delicious meal fast. You can also just zip it through the food processor. I hate washing my food processor, so I try to use it as least as possible. I'm just going to go ahead and add it in. Let all of this just cook together, oopsie daisy, for a few seconds, really a couple minutes. That looks fantastic. You see all that brown stuff right there? That is going to lift when we go to add our broth or water or whatever, and it's going to be fantastic. I'm also going to add some parm right now because all that does is gives you another extra layer of flavor and just like umami saltiness that is dynamite. And again, when you're trying to build a lot of flavor in a short amount of time, every little bit counts. Go ahead, add your spices and your chicken bouillon. Remember, if you're not using chicken bouillon, just go ahead and use regular old chicken stock. It will be just fine. A little bit of tomato paste, about yay much. Stir that in for about 30 seconds. Add your diced tomatoes along with your water. Lovely. This is going to lift all that beautiful flavor. And all you're going to do now is let this come to a bubble and just simmer for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to add our shells. Simmering for about 10 minutes, I'm going to add the pasta right in. All you have to do is just sort of move it so that it's submerged into the liquid. Remember, this is not a soup. This is a one-pan, delicious, I mean, it is phenomenal. I've also seasoned it with some more salt. You want to season the broth to the point where it tastes a little salty, and that's because the pasta is going to need that salt to basically season it from the inside out. So don't panic. Lid on, 7-8 minutes or until the pasta is nice and al dente, and then it's done. Oh, turn it down. I meant to say turn it down. And simmer. Dun, dun, dun. So after the pasta cooked in the broth and everything for about 8 minutes, and then you want to just turn it off and let it just sit covered for 10 minutes. And what that does is just like allows the pasta to absorb any liquid that may be floating around. And now we're going to add the ricotta. I'm going to add about yay much. I'll say about 1/2 to 3/4 cup. You're going to need a lot of parm. Remember, around here, a lotta is a real amount. Just like that, freshly grated, please. And now all you're gonna do is just stir it all together. And that ricotta is gonna be melty. And it's just fantastic. I'm telling you, it's all of the flavors. I'm also gonna serve it with some fresh basil, of course. It's all of the flavors you love about a lasagna in a one-pan, 30-minute situation that you can feel really good about putting on the table, that I'm certain the whole family is going to love. This looks good, and as it sits, it's going to just thicken up even more, but this is just about perfect. I'm gonna just tear in some fresh basil, and that's done. It is so lovely. It smells fantastic. I know Mia is gonna love it. I know we are going to love it. I mean, it's just, what's not to love? You know what I mean? If you wanted to, you could put some fresh mozz, pop it under the broiler to melt it, to take it to really cheesy, oozy goodness. But you know, hey, that's all up to you. Oh, it smells good. It goes down so easily. It's phenomenal. In every way. Easy, packed with protein. You feel good about your choices that you made. The family's going to love it. It's quick. There's one pot to clean, which you know I love. It's pretty much unbeatable. Go to laurainthekitchen.com for the written recipe. I hope you enjoy spending time with me. Once again, thank you to Guiding Stars for sponsoring this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.